noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. So it's away we go then. Well, you would think that the name Luis Suarez on any team sheet is sufficient to make any opponent shiver.
And I think I'd struggle to name a striker who's better at playing his position.
So what would you say is his outstanding characteristic, Jim? What makes him special?
Well, I'm going to have to say it's his winning mentality, that doggedness, that ruthlessness, the desire to win at all costs.
Gavi is onto it in a flash. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Messi. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Messi. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Iniesta goes on a run down the left wing. Iniesta crosses. Cleared without hesitation. Nedved. He's had it taken off him. Looking to go deep.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And he's away.
Such good technique.
Look at the space here. And the finish! Goal, Milan! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's claimed by the keeper. Quarter of an hour played. Toure calmly anticipates. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. And this is Messi. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Iniesta. Good ball, good take. That has been cut short.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nedved. And it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Barcelona really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use. Oh, what a mistake! Looking for a runner. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Roberto Carlos! And again! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cafu, cross from Cafu. Koundé with the clearance. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Mbappe is onto this, and he's managed to get free. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Can he get on the end of this? Threads one in. Luis Suarez! Well timed, excellent interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Gavi. Tries to pass it through. Gavi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No foul, says the referee. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is good alertness. And that is expertly dealt with. Koundé. And it's Ruben Neves. Ricci. And Guardiola.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder.
And a chance! Cafu can get it clear. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Has a look and plays it forward. Now that's well seen too. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Ruben Neves. There's the shot! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And we've reached half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Ricci. Ruben Neves. Now it's Messi. He has found a way through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Now it's Luis Suarez. Played back in. Chance for a shot! In he goes again. And yes, it's there! The second half off to a spectacular start. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Ball's gone out of play. Toure getting this one clear. Can he get it through? Rodri gets across to intercept that. And it's Ricci. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Nice-looking ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved. Iniesta. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Messi. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Saliba spots it and intercepts. And they're quick to get it back. Ricci. Not the most convincing of passes. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Driving on and making good progress.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, well played, well played.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Saliba gets over and intercepts. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
It's their second corner of the game.
El dorsal 13, el dorsal 10, Messi. Serán sustituidos por el
Roberto
dorsal 6,
Carlos plays it
el
short.
dorsal 22,
Can he finish?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, he's been caught.
El
There's
dorsal
another
23,
goal!
Griezmann.
And
Se va
that
a
could have brought them level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Now it's crossed in. There's the header! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he cuts out the supply.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Barcelona must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And they've got rid. Oh, good-looking ball.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Now it's Camavinga. It's a searching pass. Oh, important interception. Gullit puts... And Gullit! And it's hit the woodwork, and this time surely!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Face to face with the keeper. Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
And we're done. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. So it's down to business here.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Yeah, nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Neymar demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's...
And the keeper's given it away. He's got away. Oh, this is from Mario. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Messi. He's in plenty of space here. Goes for a shot! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! You give him an inch, and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's been played through. He's in a great... And a chance! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Schmeichel will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And that gets things running. Manchester United have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are...
And Messi! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Messi brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for the run, and he's intervened well there. Messi. Spread out to the left, back into the middle. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Ambitious ball here, and he cuts out the supply. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And now they can spring out of defence. He's Luis Suarez! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Corner number 2 then. Oh, the ball's come loose here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. That's good running with the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! Iniesta. That's an imaginative pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Barcelona, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That's been slipped through. Shot could be... And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Roberto Carlos clears. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. That's the corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos with the short one. And he's there to clear it. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, he's been caught napping. The ball goes in. And it's Nedved. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done.
He gets big! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
And this is Luis Suarez. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cleared without hesitation. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Luis Suarez.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Now, he's got space here. Floated through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Coming on
Roberto Carlos is short.
Number 11, Neymar.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu cuts it out. Vitinha. It's a pretty loose pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Probing pass. Driving forward. He can run onto that. Luis Suarez! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Number 9.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Barcelona are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Barcelona get the second half started. Roberto Carlos goes on a charge down the left. He's had it taken off him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Always onto this. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Beckham.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Luis Suarez. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great defending, strong and determined. No, it's come to nothing. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. So their fourth quarter of the game. They've played it short. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well played. Chance for a shot! In he goes again. Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
For this match was 71,898.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He shifted it to the flank. He is through here. An instinctive delivery.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Messi. Looking for options for movement. Tries to cross. Horrific header. Oh, off the bar. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Nedved. Oh, good spread. Messi. And it's Nedved. And this is Iniesta. In it comes. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Nicely shaped ball. Messi has it in a wide position. Big header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Looking to play him in. Haaland. He can get that clear. Tries to play it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Tries to pass it through. Cafu. Showing good feet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's in space and looking for options. Defending of the desperate variety. They just took too long getting forward.
Messi cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Barcelona get their fourth quarter.
Manchester United. Number 7, Mbappe. Number 9, Suarez.
Maldini with the clearance.
Number
And it's
22,
Vitinha.
Batistuta.
Roberto
Number
Carlos.
18,
Luis Suarez!
Substitutions taking
Oh, that
place.
could cost them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's whipped it across. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Owen. Batistuta, real chance! It's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
2 up and very... And that is as far as it goes. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans
and
have pulled out
welcome
all
to
the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Nice looking ball. Baresi getting this one clear. And that is out of play. Kochu. Steaming on goalwards. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Nedved! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So, naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the game's first significant... Luis Suarez! It's anyone's ball now. Played out to the right. Messi gets into some space. He's having a shot! He scores! 2, and we've barely begun here. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Played through for the wide man. Raul.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcelona are in serious threat of getting left behind. 2 goals down already. Shot could be on. And the shot! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And it's Messi. Luis Suarez. Oh, he's been caught napping. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hazard. And that could set him on his way. And a chance! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Spread neatly. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nedved looking to penetrate opposition lines. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Skims one in. Tries a shot!
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He shifts, shot a goal! Sticks it away! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Now it's Pedri.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
That is ended up in no man's land. That's an imaginative pass. That's been cut out, well played. A probing pass. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Nedved. Nicely spread. And no, that was never going to make it. But that has not gone well. Cafu. It's a good run down the right. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's gone searching crossfield. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now he's got space here, and he's picked out the run. And this is roll! It's roll! And it's Gerrard. Spread out to the left. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. And he's taking no chances there. Great ball, and he's in. Gerrard! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Gerrard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Big chance! And he can clear it away. Oh, he's played it in low. And that was very necessary. Wriggles his way through. Pedri played into space out wide. And he's there to get it away. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. And the second half gets underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Messi. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Tries to pass it through. That's a shade optimistic. Azar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a little off target. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Messi. Fires it in low. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rodri. And the counter is on. Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in. He's found a way past. Cafu is there, and he can get that clear. Pass somewhat off target. Played into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for a corner. So, third corner of the game. Roberto Carlos goes short. Danger averted for now. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Good ball over the top. Azar! Azar! The man's a genius! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He's on it, can he get away? Pull it. Front-footed pressing going on here. Now it's Iniesta. And he's on a charge. He is through here. And he decides to cross it. And he's made sure that's not getting through. He's free, he has got space. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Has another go! Cleared without complication. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's lofted through here. Iniesta. And it's Hullet. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Tries to play it through. Now it's Hazard. Haaland. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Good purposeful running this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Threads one in. He's in space and looking for options. That's a decent clearance. Not the most accurate pass. Into the last quarter of an hour.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Haaland receives it in a good position here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hazard picks it up out wide. Look at the space here. Goes for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Barcelona grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Rodri, he's been bundled over. That is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. There's the whistle. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Now it's Lewandowski. Can he get on the end of this? Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The major moment in the game. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's having a go! Oh, nearly. Shifted it to the flank. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Bayer claims it. Safe hands. Iniesta. Played into space. He's Oh, what a climb! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Hakimi. He's a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Knocks it into space. Played out to the left flank. And that's aimed into the middle. Vitinha getting this one clear. Pass somewhat off target. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. Lewandowski chasing after it. Beckham. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. He's shifting through the gears here. That has been slung wide. And it's Hakimi. Tries to play it through. And that is expertly dealt with. And this is Luis Suarez. And here's Haaland. Oh, nice touch. And that's a good... And the finish! He scores! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Another moment of magic. A real Lewandowski! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Lewandowski is offering a wry smile there.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now it's Haaland. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Knocks it out wide. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And that has been knocked clear. Haaland, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Haaland.
Barcelona really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's an excellent interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good taken. It's Lewandowski! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
No, that was never going to make it. Maradona. Oh, easy pickings there. They've got a throw in. Neymar. And it's Beckham. He's in space and looking for options. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Great vision. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos proves just a little bit too strong. Lewandowski played out towards the right wing.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's a sharp pass. That has not gone well. He's away! Maradona! He's been bundled over. That is a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Beckham! They want to be quick to recover this. Shot goes for a shot! Goal! Corinthians! And they're back in front. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful. There's the whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Threads one in. Hakimi plays it in. Baresi getting this one clear. Here comes another cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Beckham gets into some space. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Aimed beyond the defence. Iniesta. Yaya Toure. Floated through. Adams. Barcelona needing a change of fortune here. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Maradona. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Nedved has created one goal already. It's a pretty loose pass. Maradona. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos delivers. And it's hoisted clear.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.628
Cannavaro.
espectadores.
And back to the keeper they go.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Nicely weighted ball. There's the delivery. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cannavaro. Played back to the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos. That's good running with the ball. Beckham. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal 13.
And this is Pele. He's got away.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 9.
Iniesta. Shot a goal! It's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And that was as close to certain as can be. And a chance! Goal! Corinthians! Into the lead once more. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that.